that is all happening. Thank you for... Liberty is in the wrestling room, warming up right now. I know that. Timberland is supposed to have a very, very good team this year. Timberland and St. Charles West is supposed to have a good team too. Right now, still warming up. Wrestling, you want to be warmed up and stretched before anything happens. Nothing major. I don't know. We shall wait. Okay. We are live. We are live. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Liberty High School's first live streamed wrestling match. Something special about tonight, though. Tonight is going to be senior night, where we are congratulating all the seniors on their hard work they've given this season and the rest of the seasons they have wrestled here at Liberty. We have 7 seniors graduating, one being a manager, one being a first year, and the other 5 are 4-year wrestlers, I am pretty sure. So right now, if you can see, Timberland is warming up on the mats right now. Liberty is actually back in the wrestling room warming up so we can get this started as soon as it happens. We were told it starts at 6, it's 5:57, 3 minutes and counting. We have 2 mats. You'll see mat 1 on your left, mat 2 on your right. Mat 1 on your left, mat 2 on your right. Right now it's just live wrestling, if you didn't know. They're kind of warming up, making sure stretched out, being prepared for everything. Weigh-ins have already happened. I was not told of any surprises because for I believe the last 2 meets and the rest of the year, all of Liberty's wrestlers are going to have a 2-pound weighover, basically meaning they can, in their weight class, their limit actually goes up by 2 pounds. So there we go. Right now nothing major is happening. You can see Timberland's kind of doing some bottom work. You see the 2 refs in the very back talking to Mr. Wheeler, and we are waiting for things to happen. It is currently 5:58, so we got 2 minutes until we get the show on the road. We actually have a big showing of people for senior night. We have 7 seniors graduating, as I have previously stated. Those 7 seniors are, first one on the list is going to be Jason Berry. He is a manager for Liberty. We have Trenton Hilton, Chance Howerton, Brandon Jones, Evan McCulloch, Donnie Robinson, and Christian Zeke. Those 6 are current wrestlers. Timberland is clearing the mats. And what's going to start off, I believe, is going to be freshman / JV. Liberty is filling into the big gym, slowly but surely. They just finished their warm-up, and I feel tonight is going to be a great night. Timberland's jogging at the back, making sure they're all stretched out and ready to go. Now, how wrestling works is we're going to start off with these lightest weight of people and go up from there. I do not believe this is round robin or anything special. It's just a duel. You can see Liberty's in the back right on the bleachers there. They finished warm up. There is a buzzer, hopefully saying that we are about to start the match. Wheeler with mic in hand. Well, he looked like he was going to turn around and talk. Shall wait. See how this goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Liberty High School for tonight's match. As the host of this game, let's welcome our guests for this evening, the Wolves of Timberland High School. That's what students of both schools go as we encourage all spectators in tonight's match to keep in mind that good sportsmanship is expected at Liberty High School, as we set good examples for our students, players, and youngsters in attendance. Tonight features a very special senior night. We will be presenting our 7 Liberty High School seniors right before the varsity contest, so stick around and check that out. Also, don't forget the Liberty High School concession stand is open. We have all kinds of delicious snacks for you and your kids. So check that out also, and we'll get the rest going here in just a second.
Alrighty, as Wheeler has just said, we're about to get started with our first matches of the night.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you to please rise and remove your caps and face the flag towards the north side of the gym as we honor America with our national anthem.
With that, we shall start the night.
Just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get the matches started. First, we have the freshman and JV matches going on both mats. They'll be mixed up, so keep your eye on your favorite wrestler. We'll get the wrestling going in just a second.
We will try our best to get most of the matches going on tonight. If you did not hear before, he said freshman and JV will start. Wrestlers are getting up and huddling around their coaches so that they will tell them who is going first. It's going to go from lightweight to heavyweight. Lightweight, I believe it is lightweight, then 100 pounds, and then 115, and it goes up like that in certain increments. Timberland is filing into their bench, the freshman and JV team. Just by the looks of Timberland's team, it looks like they fill out numbers. It looks like they are actually they're more filled with numbers on the lighter side rather than heavier side. Basically meaning they'll have a lot of light wrestlers, and in the middle there may be some just DQ matches where one of Liberty's wrestlers go out and get their hand raised, and some matches where Timberland's wrestlers will go out and get their hand raised. If I can see right now, I see some of the Liberty wrestlers putting their headgear on as they're getting ready. One person I do see ready in uniform with his headgear is Patrick Lynch. He is a sophomore here at Liberty. I do not currently know his record, but he's actually really good. He last year as a freshman, I know absolutely just took off knowing his moves. He was easy to teach, said Coach Haynes last year in our banquets. He's definitely someone to be looking out for tonight. Liberty is filing the benches. First wrestler ready in uniform, getting talked to by the coaches. He's waiting for the check-in. Liberty has some people in uniform. We have Patrick Lynch, as I previously talked about. Looks like Brady Brzezicki is also in uniform. He just has a shirt on, which I feel means he's going to wrestle on later in this JV part.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we finish the cards and the matches up, bring some last minute switches and whatnot, feel free to go check out that Liberty High School concession stand. And check out one of the most delicious pretzels you've ever seen in your life.
Is indeed up first. Now that you look at it, he's the only one with headgear on.
Eastern Europe.
We shall keep going.
They cost us about $6, but we're selling them tonight for $1. So check it out. Thank you.
Apparently they have no 132.
So I'm waiting for the first check-in, and then this night will be underway. I know we have a lot of freshmen that came in to Liberty Wrestling this year. There was $3,
but they're worth it. They will fill you up, and 2 of your kids. Thank you.
They're a lot this year. Coach Haynes has said multiple times that they're very teachable and they're very willing and will go the extra mile to win a match.
Yeah, hopefully GC's wrestle off tomorrow, right?
You're waiting.
What? I did. We asked Bennis. Apparently Bennis picked it up because he just, I guess he saw it laying it. So maybe someone picked it and moved over to like a different area. He said, I got it for him. He said he saw it laying I hear laying somewhere and didn't want to leave behind, so he grabbed it. So I guess he grabbed it before I got it back from him though, so we're good.
Okay, what about
I'm just going to wait and ask him about that after. Because I was going to, but we expect about it.
Looks as if the first match on mat 1 actually is going to be 120 pounds. That's what's set up on the scoreboard. Still waiting. Looks like some of the Timberland people have put back on their sweat so that they're still warmed up by the time that their match has started. Same thing with Liberty. I see a lot of people with jackets on.
Alright guys, we're just about ready to get going here. We're going to do 106 and 113 freshman. On mat number 1, over here by the American flag, we have Lynch versus Macamis.
As I said before, Patrick Lynch is starting on mat number 1 for 120 pounds.
On mat number 2, we have the 13s featuring Alashon and Mark Hart.
On match number 2, we have Lucas Abishon wrestling. He's a freshman, but he actually wrestles.
113s, mat 2.
I'm still talking about it. Lucas Abishon was an 8th grader last year who would come into our wrestling meets and would wrestle with us. We have a bunch of 8th graders that actually come up from Frontier after school and practice, aspiring to be great Liberty High School wrestlers. Lucas Abishon is actually a varsity wrestler. He's wearing the varsity uniform right now. Wait. Putting the final touches onto the mats. We put both fans there. And we're getting ready to get the matches underway. Right now, it looks like you are going to be viewing mat number 2, which is Patrick Lynch.
Thanks again for coming tonight and enjoy the wrestling.
Shake hands, and they're wrestling, starting off right away, going for the head. They're tying up right now. He's got an arm. He could try to do a duck down. Does not Does not look like he's going for it though. Still tying up, trying to see what he can do. Patrick has got his head currently stuck. If he can move his feet to the outside and not let him get trapped, he will be able to escape. The Timberland wrestler right now is trying to snap him down. He has got Patrick Lynch's knee, not working. The whole right side of mat number 2 is full of the varsity wrestlers who are trying to help Patrick Lynch and yelling on. Patrick has got the leg, flips him over, tries to do it, but someone rolls him all over. Patrick bodies down and has the leg, pulling it towards him, gets both legs, turns and tries to drive, uncontrolled. He got 2 points for a back return. Timberland is bellying down right now. Patrick climbs up to try to get a motorcycle ride in. Does he do it? It does not look like Timberland's allowing it. If he can get that right arm back, he can go for an arm bar, or try to cradle. Let's see what he tries. Timberland's not allowing him to really maneuver anything around. Mat number 1 right now, Lucas Abishon is currently wrestling over there. Almost a pin, near fall, did not work. Lucas is still flipping him behind. Right now, both mats have gone out of bounds. Mat number 2, both mats Liberty starting up. Timberland is down. The cover. Currently, we are watching mat number 1 with Lucas Abishon. Lucas gets one boot in. If he gets the second, he can just motorcycle ride him and flip. Will it work? Trying to grab. Lucas is currently going for a cradle. If he locks that arm and runs his feet to the outside, that match is set. Patrick Lynch is going for a near fall. Getting very close. Patrick Lynch's first period is up. Lucas is going for a pin, almost has him. Period is over for both matches. The flip for Timberland. Timberland calls neutral. On mat 2 is neutral. Mat number 1, it is Timberland's call. They would like Timberland to start down. Going back to mat number 2, Patrick is grabbing both legs and drives down. Gets on both of his knees and drives his head up just a teensy bit. He's getting near fall points right now. Nothing big though. Still driving. Cannot get that head down. He's trying to outside tie. Nothing is happening. Patrick is trying. He's setting up. He looks like he just tried a motorcycle ride. Did not work. He's trying for a cradle now. Let go of the leg. I do not know what he is doing. I'm hearing a lot of people yell cradle. Lucas Abishon is actually in a cradle right now, trying to pin, and Lucas Abishon gets the first pin of the night for Liberty, getting us points. Back to Patrick Lynch. Right now, shoulder in the armpit. I do not know what Patrick is currently attempting, but he might want to do it quick. He has 53 seconds left in this period, but anything can happen. Checking in for mat number 1.
We'll have Evan Stein and Marquette.
Versus one of the freshmen here at Liberty, I believe his name is Jesse. Newcomer. He's going to talk to Kling for a little bit. Patrick Lynch has one boot in, but is not driving him over. He has 18 seconds. 13 seconds left in the period. Patrick still has not hit anything yet. He does have one boot in. If he lifts his leg up, he might be able to flip him over onto his back, at least get near fall points. Timberland grabs Patrick's leg and does not do anything. Second period is over.
Evan Stein and staff. Evan Stein and staff, mat number 1.
Currently on mat number 1 because we missed it. Brady Brzezicki went on and got his hand raised because Timberland does not have anyone in his weight class to wrestle, so that's just automatic points for Liberty. Mat number 1 is starting. Looks like Jesse grabs the arm, yanks him in. He's not really going for anything currently. They're working on ties and just throwing each other off. And that's the hard part about being a freshman wrestler. You are not used to all the moves that the coaches are yelling at you. Never mind, pulls him straight through. You don't know all the moves, but you also are not waiting for it. You're not waiting for just the right time. You're trying to hit everything as soon as possible. Mat number 1 is intense. Mat number 2, Patrick Lynch flips him over. Flips Timberland if he drives a little bit, get his shoulders down. Looks like he's about to. Oh, but Timberland's trying to fight the right over. Patrick's having both mats are looking like they're about to be pinned. Liberty on top. Timberland belly flops to mat number 2. Mat number 1, Jesse got the win. That is extra points for Liberty. We have not lost one yet. Patrick Lynch is still working on mat number 2.
Next on mat number 1, we will have
looks like Timberland is stalling right now because he's not letting anything happen. He's turtling in position. Mat number 1, currently we have Chase Vickery going out just to get his hand raised. Timberland not having anyone to wrestle him.
Chris Hammock, 138. Go get your hand raised, young man.
We have Chris or Logan Hammock going to mat number 1, also getting his hand raised because Timberland does not have anyone for him to wrestle.
Report to mat number 1, Giffen and Gibbs. Josh Gibbs.
Next on mat number 1, we are going to have Josh Gibbs versus Maven Giffen
Josh Gibbs
from Liberty.
Giffen.
I'm very sorry, Maven's going over. But Patrick is still working on trying to flip this man over. It looks like it is all going to be based on points because that is third period, basically canceled based on points. I did not count points during that match. Shake hands. Patrick Lynch has won by points because third period. Now going back to mat number 1, we have Logan Hammock. No, we don't. Logan Hammock got his hand raised. We have Maven Giffen right now going for an inside tie.
Versus Steve Perry.
Kind of throwing each other off. No one's hitting a major move on mat 1. Mat number 2 started. We have Jackson Cox.
Cox versus Perry.
I believe Wheeler just said 152 weight class for mat number 2. Mat number 1, Maven is still trying to figure out a way to get this man on his knees. And Timberland starts doing fake jabs, trying to see if he can get Maven to sprawl. Maven does not let it happen, spins out. Maven's going for inside. Timberland still did not let it happen. Maven flips and tries to drive, grabs the head. Timberland sadly bellies down. Maven's going for a near side, but nothing's happening. Trying to make something work out of this. Maven lets go. That is escape points for Timberland. We go back to mat number 2. Jackson Cox is trying to go for. Jackson Cox tried to split-tle. Bellying down right now. Quad pod stand up. He can get his arms out right now and just escape. That's escape points for Jackson Cox. Maven gets taken to the ground hard on mat number 1. Maven's trying for a quad pod. Never mind. Grabs both the legs. About to go out of bounds though. He must watch his knees. Back points. Maven flips him over. He backtracks just a little. Never mind. Timberland has bellied down. And that is period for Maven Giffen's match on mat number 1. Mat number 2, Jackson Cox is working to get out of a position right now. I cannot tell what that is. Flips him over, goes maybe grab. It's 2 for back roll. Jackson's trying to be able to get it. There we go. Jackson gets back points. Looks like he is going to try to hit a standing cradle. He did not want that happening. Mat number 2, period's over. Mat number 1, Maven is going for the pin. It looks like a barbed wire. Maven Giffen has got the pin. Yes. Maven Giffen got the pin, which gives more points for Liberty. This is period number 2 for Jackson Cox on mat number 2.
160 is mat number
1. Jackson's trying to make something work. Shoots. Timberland sprawls on top. He's shooting Jackson. Oh, shoots too far and gets thrown over. Jackson can still win this though. He's a minute and a half left in this second period. He is on top. He is not letting Timberland win. If he does, it is not going to be easily. Jackson's putting up a fight. If he runs his feet to the outside and shoots backwards, he might be able to hit a cradle right here. He's going for it. Nothing is happening. Jackson belly down. Looks like Timberland is trying to hit a cradle on him. Jackson still bellies down to make sure he gets out of it.
Who's about to mat number 1, Ridgeway. 160 for Timberland versus Robinson. 160 mat.
Jackson is still trying to get out. Tries the quad pod stand up. Timberland grabs his leg. Tries the quad spot spin up one more. Timberland's going to go for a mat return. Jackson does not let it happen easily. Mat number 1 getting ready. We have Donnie Robinson versus Ridgeway from Timberland. Donnie Robinson is going to be one of our 7 seniors graduating tonight. He is a first-year wrestler here at Liberty, but he has put in lots and lots of hard work. Coach Haynes has said multiple times that he is a great wrestler. Donnie is working on it. Donnie is actually a host on Torn ACL here at Liberty, one of the other podcasts with another one of our students, Lawson Murphy. Donnie's tying up. Oh, but Timberland grabs his leg. Donnie shoots out. Does not let happen. He's listening to Coach Kling. Tries to snap down hard. Timberland doesn't let it happen. Back to mat number 2. Period runs out just before Jackson Cox gets pinned. It looks like it's about to go to period number 3. Timberland gets a call. Calls it neutral. That's how mat number 2 is going to start. Mat number 1, they're still wrestling, still in neutral position. Doesn't look like anyone has gone down just yet. Timberland flanks him to the side. You got a minute left in this period. Donnie shoots, gets sprawled on top of by Timberland. Donnie sets up into a turtle position. Timberland's trying to sink a boot in, but does not let it happen easily. Back to mat number 2. Jackson is struggling on the bottom. If he tries to bridge up, it's kind of risky because he has to bridge up with his shoulders, and that is what Timberland needs to get pinned down. And Jackson can run his legs around or just bridge up. There you go, Jackson. Jackson flips him over. Tries to settle back to where he can get the pin and get more points for Liberty tonight. About to. He's trying to switch sides, but Timberland bodies down. Back to mat number 1. Donnie Robinson started on the bottom. He's still working bottom. He's trying to kind of feel out what Timberland is going to try to hit against him. He gets flipped over. His head is caught currently. Donnie is trying to get out of it, struggling though. He flips and bellies down. That's good. Back to mat number 2. This is third period. Both of these wrestlers are very, very tired. Jackson looks like he's trying to hit a cradle right now. Puts his head in his side. Still is trying to get, lifts the leg. Currently on mat number 1, Donnie Robinson got pinned, but it's all good because Liberty is still in the lead because of the matches we've already won. Jackson.
Next up on mat number 1, we will have
Reverse points awarded to Timberland on mat number 2 because Jackson rolled out too soon.
You are the winner. 170 report mini to Hugo Martinez. You are the winner.
Mat number 1 currently is just going to have Timberland go out and get his hand raised because Liberty does not have a 170 for him to wrestle. Back to mat number 2. This is third period. 2 seconds left. If we're going by the scoreboard, I do not know if it's currently correct, but it looks like Timberland has won by 4 points. Let's see after they take off their bands. Timberland won by 4 points. That is tough. Mat number 1, Taye gets his hand raised. Now what looks like is going to happen, I believe Taye is 180, and I don't know what the Timberland wrestler is, but since they both have no one to wrestle, it is just an exhibition match, which means no points are going to be awarded to whatever team wins this. They're just going to wrestle off. Taye shoots through, grabs from the back. Taye is one of our freshman wrestlers today. Matt return again, goes for it. Tries to go far knee, far ankle, it does not work. Puts his head through. Ties throwing him down. Ty is still trying to get him pinned. It looks out of bounds call.
Please report to mat number 2, Hammock and Faust.
Mat number 2.
Mat number 2 between Hammock and Faust.
Mat number 2, we just had another freshman, Tyler Fielder, get his hand raised. Ty is trying to work him. He is so close to getting that shoulder down. Number 2 is another exhibition match with Logan Hammock, who got his hand raised earlier tonight. Basically what's happening, since Liberty does not have all the spots filled out for every weight class. Same thing for Timberland. They take 2 weight classes that are generically closer to each other and make them wrestle off. Ty won. Good sportsmanship right there. Picks him up, shakes his hand already, takes a man off. Ty wins, but no points awarded because that is an exhibition match. To mat number 2. Logan Hammock looks like he's trying to grab his leg, flips him over, tries to flip him over, does it again, sets up for a cradle. Logan Hammock gets the pin, no points awarded either team due to it being exhibition match once more.
Berzicki and Staff. An exhibition match, mat number 1.
Mat number 1 is also going to be an exhibition match with Liberty's Brady Berzicki. Brady earlier this year suffered a injury, something to do, I want to say, with his ribs, and he could not wrestle for a portion of the beginning of the season. Luckily, he has recovered, and he's wrestling an exhibition tonight. Mat number 2, we have
versus Buskin.
Mat number 2, we have an actual match that's not explanation. We have Liberty's Aditya Sri Ramanini versus one of Timberland's wrestlers. Brady's still working on mat number 1, but nothing big has happened yet. Brady's on top though. Mat number 2 has started. This is the match winner will be getting points for their team for the JV freshman portion of this. Aditya has his head and knee locked right now, not letting go easily, squeezed it tight enough to where all he has to do is just roll him over to where he will be able to get the pin. Keeps rolling, keeps rolling, keeps rolling. Gets him set up in a cradle. That is a pin for Aditya. That is more points awarded towards Liberty. Brady tried to spladle, but did not work, sadly.
Adelsberger versus Perry. Adelsberger versus Perry, mat number 2. Please report to mat number 2. Adelsberger and Perry.
Brady's still working on trying to flip it over, but it is an exhibition match. Mat number 2, we have Brady Berzicki right now hits a cradle. Shoulders are indeed down. Brady puts his knee up just to try to lock him. Should be a pin any second now. All but escapes last second, Timberland. But mat number 2, we have an actual match, not another exhibition. I cannot tell who is wrestling. I want to see. We'll just wait. That is Liberty's Shane. I don't know Shane's last name. Hefner. Right now, he dropped his leg already. Shane is going for the pin. Hasn't even been that long yet. Shane did 2 jabs and already has the pin right away on mat number 2. That was quick.
Next up on mat number 2, 4 versus Gibbs.
Mat number 2.
and kids. Mat number 2. This will be our final freshman JV match of the evening.
Okay. Mat number 2, we have Liberty's own James Ford. The Timberland wrestler is just checking up. Mat number 1, Brady Brzicki, still wrestling this exhibition, grabbing his leg behind him, which is not the smartest decision ever, because if he grabs that arm, lifts up, that's an easy turnover. Mat number 2 is going to be the last freshman JV match of the night with James Ford. Mat number 2 has started. They both go at each other right away. Mat number 1, cannot tell who won that. But Mat number 2, James is struggling. He's already flipped. He's trying to get out of it, but the head and arm is. Brady Brzicki won at Mat number 1, by the way. But at Mat number 2, James is struggling. The head and arm is such a powerful hold. It is very, very difficult to get out of.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our JV freshman matches for the night.
There's JV freshman for the night. Now we shall have varsity.
At this time, we would like all senior parents to please report to the hallway on the south side of the gym.
Now we shall have like a senior banquet type thing
We're going to have
for
a
the
10-minute warm-up
senior
here.
here at Liberty.
Would all senior parents please report to the south side of the gym towards the hallway, and we're going to do our very special senior night presentation. Once again, all senior parents please report to the south side of the gym. Meet out in the hallway, we will get this senior night going. Varsity wrestlers, go ahead and get warmed up if you're not a senior.
It is currently 6:38 on this beautiful snow day. What they're doing right now is rolling up one of the mats. The rest of the night will be varsity matches, meaning that after the senior appreciation walk type thing, they will actually they should be moving the first mat over or keeping it right there, and we shall have one mat for the rest of the night. Those mats, I do not know if you can see them, but they are not light at all. They're definitely very, very difficult to pick up and hold, and you have to hold them just right to make sure they're tight, compact, sealed, and that they won't come apart when you put them
Once again,
away.
ladies and gentlemen, we'll get the varsity going here in about 7 minutes and 40 seconds. In the meantime, feel free to check out the concession stand and get one of the most delicious pretzels you've ever seen in your entire life. And wash it down with a nice Sprite. Thank you.
It is a beautiful, beautiful snow day today. I do have to say, we have not gone to school in the past 2 days. Wednesday being due to temperature, today being, I think it was a combination of temperature and just roads not being the way that they need to be for people at bus stops to come over. If you look at what Liberty is doing right now, they are moving the LHS mat to the center. Now they're getting the air bubbles out, and it is in the center of the gym, basically, meaning all the varsity matches will be put right there for the rest of the night. This is one of the fun parts of Liberty after you move a mat or put any mats down. You go across basically stubbing your toes in them. Getting all the air bubbles out to where there's no very, very hard hits. I will go. We shall walk around and see who I can talk to for this live stream. Hola. Okay. We're still setting up for the banquet portion of this night. Patrick Lynch. Hi, we are currently live right now, and this mic is live. Yes.
Are you
This mic is live, yes.
What meeting?
You want to explain what you just did with the mat?
What did we? Is this an interview?
Sure.
Okay, so we moved the left mat, or I guess the right mat from the stands out, so that way you could use the spotlight, which we have up at the top. It's a little black box there. And we're gonna darken the room, and we're gonna light the spotlight on the mat, so all the focus is on the wrestlers.
All right. Thank you, White Hands.
It's a pretty exciting environment.
All right, thank you. Oliver Fensterman.
Cool, Alan. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm very good.
Are you going to be wrestling tonight?
Yes, I am.
You're wrestling varsity tonight.
Yes, Varsity 195.
There we go.
However, they don't have one, so I'm just going out there and getting my hand raised.
I mean, that's still fun. We still get points.
It's still a win.
Yes,
Still a win.
it is still a win. White Hands, are you going to be wrestling tonight?
He's
Sad.
I
Sad.
He
separated.
broke his rib. Separated 4 ribs.
That's fun. It is a live stream,
see
and
the
I'm
mark.
currently
Actually,
live.
You guys can't see it, but it's there.
Yes,
Matt,
I can
stop
hear you,
talking.
Matt. Wow. All right.
You gotta start that live stream. Oh, you get.
I am live right now.
got the lapel mic
You're
on.
actually live?
I'm live right now. Yes, they can hear all of you.
Wait, on Soul?
I think it'd be really
It's live streaming.
Hey, follow me on Snapchat.
No, don't even.
Not at
do like a cow tap.
Yes. Hi, Mom. Yeah, Molly can hear you. What's Please don't.
Watch out. Knock, knock.
Hi, Molly.
Delete whites.
Who's there?
Oh, she said who's there. Boo.
Boo. Who?
I have a large scale
Don't
cry.
eat.
It's just a joke.
That is White Hands for you.
How far are you on that English paper?
The English paper? That's due tomorrow?
What happened if I just like...
I'm 3 paragraphs.
Wait, so you can hear her from up there?
No, she can hear me.
What happens
It
if
is
you just rub the
live.
mic?
I'm
Does it
glad.
make
Very
static?
bad things.
It's static?
Why did you give this to me, Matt? Stop.
Add me on Twitch.
Don't even. This was maybe not the best decision walking down here with amateur Liberty High School students. You're waiting. No.
Why didn't the skeleton cross the road?
He was scared.
Because he didn't have the guts to.
Ha ha ha. All right. We are waiting. Mr. Evans? Mr. Evans? No. I did.
Wait, hey, take off the wind cam and blow on
No. No. Yes, bad noises happen.
Excuse me, guys. Watch out. This is not the event.
Yeah, get out of Mr. Kling's way. Maven, Giffen.
So, that's actually playing.
This is live right now. Yes.
Yeah, how many people are watching?
I don't know. Molly's running it up there.
Can they hear you?
Yes, they can hear everything.
Then why are you down here?
Interviewing because it has range. All right, I'm going back up. I will be back later. That was Liberty High School wrestlers for you. Very, very different, how you say. I'm live streaming this event. Live streaming this event.
Russell Adam.
This is a lot of stairs. That was a very smart idea. Okay. Very soon we will be starting the part of the night where we congratulate and send off our seniors on a happy note.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would like to present you with our Liberty High School class of 2019 varsity wrestlers. Our first wrestler, we have manager Jason Perry. Jason is escorted by his mom, Michelle Perry. Jason plans to attend Timberland University in the fall to pursue a business degree. Jason's most memorable moment with the wrestling program was going to state last year with the wrestling team and watching them compete. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jason Perry. Our next senior is Mr. Trenton Helton. Trenton is escorted by his parents, Jessica and Floyd Helton. Trenton plans to wrestle at Missouri Baptist University in the fall. His most memorable moment was qualifying for state his sophomore year and spending time with his teammates at the various hotels and motels for the duration of the season and off-season. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Trenton Helton. Our next wrestler is Chance Howerton. Chance is escorted by his parents, Jason and Molly Howerton. Chance plans on trying to have fun after graduation, spending time with his friends and family, and figuring out what he wants to do with his life. Chance says his most memorable moment regarding Eagle Wrestling is going to ISI with the team and having fun at meals. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chance Howerton. Wrestler is Mr. Brandon Jones. Brandon is escorted by his parents, Brian and Lindsay Jones. Brandon plans to get his general education out of the way at St. Charles Community College, using the A+ program before deciding what to do next. Brandon's most memorable moment as an Eagle athlete would have to be, as a junior, going to the Rebel Pig in Palmyra after the Iowa tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brandon Jones. Our next senior is Mr. Evan McCullough. Evan is escorted by his parents, Paul and Diane McCullough. Evan plans to attend college after graduation and figure out the rest from there. Evan's most memorable moment was staying the night at hotels during 2-day tournaments, camps, and at state, and spending extra time bonding with his teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Evan McCullough. Our next senior wrestler is Mr. Donnie Robinson. Donnie is escorted by his parents, Donnie and A.J. Robinson. Donnie plans to attend college in the fall and pursue a degree in journalism. Donnie's most memorable moment as an Eagle athlete is all the memories he has made with his teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Donnie Robinson. And our final senior tonight is Mr. Christian Zeke. Christian is escorted by Michelle Perry. Christian plans to wrestle for Lake Erie College and study for an MBA in the fall. Christian's most memorable moment as an Eagle athlete was when he became the youngest male to win the Monopoly World Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Christian Zeke. Ladies and gentlemen, we're proud to present our Liberty High School class of 2019 wrestling team.
You have it, ladies and gentlemen, our
We wish you guys the best of luck in college and whatever you pursue in your careers. Thank you.
And there we are, our seniors, ladies and gentlemen. They have made an impact on the school and the wrestling team. We gotta pose for a picture because no good event is ever great without a picture. It is only 6:50. They're running right on schedule today. I do have to say.
Chase definitely football. It's not wrestling.
As I am looking at the screen, it says we currently have 4 people watching. Thank you guys for watching.
Final round of applause for your Liberty High School class of 2019 wrestlers. It's been a very fast 4 years, gentlemen. We are going to miss you. Best of luck.
Yeah, but I'll be there when I want to be. I'm not going to probably run the halls like you guys do. I'm not going to cut.
It's me. Well, it's all the same to me.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we'll get the varsity contest going. Our first wrestler tonight will be the 106s featuring Patrick Lynch and Dalton Kuhn. 106s, Lynch versus Kuhn. Please report to the mat.
Okay, we shall get started with the varsity portion of the night. We have Patrick Lynch for Liberty starting us off versus Dalton Kuhn for Timberland. They're both sophomores. I know Patrick is a good wrestler for Liberty. I don't know that much about Dalton, rather than the fact that I know he plays soccer. I played with him. I am adjusting the mic before we start this match because we want you to have the best quality ever. Okay, let's see how this match gets started. As you can see right now, you have 2 options when you wrestle for what you want to wear. You have the singlet, as what Patrick Lynch is wearing, and then you have fight shorts and a combat shirt, which Dalton is wearing. It's your own decision. I know that a lot of people tend to do singlets, but you can wear both, and depending on your school, both can look very, very cool. Dalton snaps Patrick down and gets a boot in. See what he's going to do. He's still having that boot in. Patrick is trying to quad pod stand up. Dalton's working with the arms. I don't know what. There you go. Since Dalton in the air, Patrick is still trying to do something. Reaches behind for the leg, but does not let it happen. Still waiting. Dalton breaks him down. Patrick's climbing out of bounds. Sometimes it's smarter rather to go out of bounds, save energy, and recoup yourself, even if you're starting on bottom, rather than to just keep trying to wrestle and possibly have something bad happen. Patrick starts on bottom, Dalton covers, and we're starting. Dalton goes for a far knee, far ankle. Patrick tries a sprint stand-up, doesn't work. It's not letting him do anything. Patrick needs to either send Dalton in front of him or try to get a stand-up to try to get this over with. There's 58 seconds left in this period. Out of bounds. Patrick will start on bottom again and Dalton will cover. Patrick tries a sit out, doesn't work. Dalton grabs his leg, goes for a cradle. Patrick is trying to kick out, but a cradle is such a powerful hold, and just the way that people can hold it sometimes it is very hard to get out, but Patrick does, and bellies down. Dalton is rewarded, or Patrick is awarded 3 points for escape points. Dalton has Patrick's head and foot again, goes for another cradle. Patrick needs to kick out, put his hand on his knees, or just belly down. It'll be the smart move. Patrick bellies down and gets out. 10 seconds left in this period. Patrick needs to quad pod and knee slide, as Coach Haynes has just said. 1 second, and the period is up. Patrick. The toss went to Liberty High School. Liberty High School has deferred, basically mean they're going to give the other team the choice of how they want to start. Dalton and Timberland has started on bottom. Sometimes, even if you're in the lead, you want to start on bottom because if you escape, that is escape points for your team awarded. Patrick has a boot in, tries to go for a double leg, grabs his knee. Dalton does not let anything happen. Patrick is still going for that same knee, trying to let something happen. Patrick tries to sink a boot in, doesn't get it first or second time. Escape points. Going for it again. Dalton was grabbing Patrick's head, not letting anything happen. Tries to do a pull through, but doesn't work. Tied up right now. Throws off. Dalton goes for double leg. Gets both of his legs. Patrick tries to fall, but he bellies down though. Dalton is climbing up Patrick's body, trying to stay hold of at least one leg so he can hit another cradle and see if he can put him away this time. As this match is going... Slowly, Dalton is turning Patrick over. Patrick does not want to let Dalton win, or if Dalton does win, he's not going to give it to him easily. He's going to make him work for it. Patrick tries to belly out, bridges up, tries to flip over still. Dalton has both of his shoulders on the ground. Patrick tries to bridge up, and he's doing it. Almost escapes, gets at least one shoulder off the ground, and bellies down. That is escape points. Patrick's got to make something happen. There's 15 seconds left in this period. Flips over. Patrick is trying to belly out, but Dalton is going to try. 4 seconds. 3, 2. Patrick's not going to let him pin in this period. There we go. On the sidelines, we have a bunch of wrestlers readying up and getting warm so that they can go out and get points for whatever happens in this match. Patrick goes for a crossface, doesn't let it happen. Dalton grabs the hand and drags it to the ground. Patrick tries to break it. Oh, flips over, but Dalton flips him all the way over to try to go for a pin. Patrick is not going to let that go away easily. Reversal points given to Dalton for the fact that he flipped him all the way over. Clasping. Dalton has won for Timberland. Patrick gave a great match though. Usually, is he going? There it is. Okay. For Liberty now we have our own Zane McCulloch going out, and then we have Ethan Skuna going out for Timberland. They're both sophomore wrestlers, both wrestled last year. Zane actually, as a freshman last year, wrestled varsity, but I believe Ethan did the same. Refs are currently waiting for the clock to restart. That's why we have not started yet. There we go, 2 minutes and shake hands. They started the match. Zane fakes right away to see if he gets Ethan to sprawl, but Ethan's not going to fall that easily. Zane tries to grab the leg, doesn't let it happen. Zane's trying to sprawl out after Ethan grabs his leg and tries to flip. Ethan is still driving Zane. All right, Ethan did an excellent XL go behind. Zane needs to get his hand off of his chest and then do a quad pod stand up to the point where Zane can escape and get back on him, or at least perform a reversal to get points for his team. Zane escapes. It looks like Ethan kind of let him go there because it was a risky move. Still hand tying. Zane fake shoots. Fake shoots again. Tries to grab the head but does not let it happen. Ethan goes for the leg. Zane tries to just escape from it. If he can push this, if he can duck the head and be able to move. Never mind. They're going back to the center. Out of bounds. It looks like Zane was on the ground. Never mind, we are going to be starting neutral. Zane shoots, grabs a leg. Can he pull it towards himself? He's driving forward. Ethan's not going to let it happen easily. still sprawling and shooting Zane's leg down. Ethan has a head and arm right now. Zane is still reaching for that leg. That is not the smartest move. Zane puts a leg in between Ethan's, trying to stop a full X out to make sure he can get, just to give him a little chance to get out. There's 39 seconds left in the second period. Ethan's driving on top of Zane, trying to set up for a cradle. Zane almost escaped. He got 1 foot up. Still going. Zane is trying to quad pod stand up, but Ethan gets a boot in. Zane's still getting a quad pod stand up. Now Zane is putting a boot in, or looks like he can if he wanted to. He currently is not. Zane's working on those hands. Ethan's grabbing the back knee, trying to see if he makes something happen. Zane tries to grab one leg, but does not let it happen. 2 seconds, 1 second left in the period. We are going to third period. No, we're not. We're going to second. My fault, ladies and gentlemen. And Timberland / Ethan is going to be starting down, trying to get some extra points, maybe escape points for the team, maybe a quick reversal so that he can pin. Zane is going for it. Ethan's trying to escape, but Zane's not going to let him go easy. Still grabbing him, making sure he doesn't get it. They're neutral, and I believe that counts as escape points. Zane shoots, grabs a leg, and gets around. If he can put his head on the side and drive, he might be able to flip him over. Zane has a leg, almost got the ankle. He's not letting go easily. He can't get into the ribs, though, because of how Ethan is currently positioned. Snaps Ethan back down. Zane's still trying to make something happen. Zane is trying to do a crossface ankle and X out go behind at the same time, just to try to get points on the board. Come on. Zane's trying to reach all the way through, maybe get a rollover, but is not going to let it happen. Ethan is fighting hard. Zane is working on getting that back knee. Flips over. Ethan tries to sit out, but Zane is not going to let him go easily. Everybody lets go, gets neutral. Ethan gets escape points for that. Zane's regrouped himself and is going back with 38 seconds left in the second period. He's trying to sprawl. Zane is still trying to sprawl. Not letting a lot happen, though. Zane's not going to let him escape, although he did get his hips 3 there in neutral. Ethan shoots again and grabs the leg, tries to flip. Zane's not going to let him flip easily, and we are going into the third period. Currently, the score is 5-7, leading in Timberland's favor. That is just match points. Overall points, Timberland has 5 because of the previous match. Haynes told Zane to start on bottom, but he has to get out so that they can be even with points. Zane tries to sprint, get out, but Ethan grabbed the leg and got a boot in just to make sure that he could not escape easy. Zane returned to the mat. Ethan dragging that arm, trying to make something happen out of it. Zane stands up, though, working on getting those hips free and gets escape points. Zane shoots right away and grabs the head. Ethan has a leg, though. He's in a very dangerous position. Zane needs to get Ethan off of that leg and X out go behind to be able to make it. He got an X out. That is back points. Now Zane's got to make something happen here. Liberty is in the lead 8-7 with 1:05 left in the period. This is the last period, so it's either pin or win by points. Zane has to make sure that he can win. Zane throws him on the ground. He cannot let Ethan escape. Sadly does, but he needs to get back in for Liberty to be ahead. It is 8-8 right now. Ethan shoots and grabs a leg. Zane needs to get out of here very, very badly. You can hear the crowd going wild because of it. Zane is grabbing it, shoving Ethan's head down into the ground to try to escape, to get him off of at least one leg. So it's an easy run around. Ethan is not letting that stuff happen easily. Zane plants a hand, but it's not doing him any favors. Zane does have a foot though. If he can just flip out, there we go. Zane got 2 points for getting behind. It is 10-8 right now. 8 seconds left, and Zane can literally just stay. Liberty will win a match. 4-3, 2-1-0. Liberty won by 2 points. That gives Liberty the first win of the night.
Our next wrestlers at the 120s, Bishop versus Corey. Here's the points to the table, Bishop and Corey. 120s.
Bishop versus Corey here as our third match of varsity tonight. The current team score overall is 5-3 Timberland. It is currently 5-3 because pens count more for the team rather than wins by points. Both wrestlers step up, very, very eager to go. Bishop, I'm sorry, let's see. Bishop is Liberty's own. Bishop is currently on the ground. Bishop is a freshman this year, new to the program, but Coach Haynes does see a lot of potential in him due to the fact that he is wrestling a bar sting right now. Sadly, Timberland got a quick pin in the cradle. That is a very, very tough hole to get out of. I keep trying to state that just because of how, if you get the correct hold, you can basically win the whole match. Next match we have Jacob Cunningham, a sophomore here at Liberty, versus Allen from Timberland. Both showing no signs of emotion at all coming onto the mat. Never mind, Timberland is ready. He is ready to go. Right away, Timberland reaches for Jacob's head, but Jacob does not want to let that happen. Shakes him off. Shoots. Cunningham needs to get out of this. Last year, Cunningham was a pinning master. Just got every single match, got someone in a cradle, and would definitely win. But it has been a long time. Basically, what they're going to try to do. Basically, what Jacob needs to do right now is try to just sprawl live right now, not letting anything major slip to where Timberland can pin him. If he can tire him out, Jacob can easily, because of the amount of endurance, easily come back from this. Haynes is yelling post, wrist, and circle. Jacob is trying to get free. Allen flips him over. Jacob sits up, Allen shoves him right back down. Jacob is trying to make something happen, belly down or something, but he is turning into Allen. Oh. Jacob's headgear is actually covering his face right now, which means it's more of a difficulty for him to breathe. Jacob last year wrestled JV. I do not know about this year, but this is the first time I have seen him in a varsity match. I'm just informed that he wrestles varsity most of the time, so this is not new territory for him. Jacob's not letting Allen flip him over easily. Trying to make something happen here. Jacob still can't. He has 1 second left, and that is the period. He needs to fix his headgear, at least tighten it. I don't know if he wants an equipment timeout or not. It is a blood timeout right now. Looks like something happened on his elbow. Alex is checking him out. Alex has been a trainer here at Liberty for a little while now. He's a great guy. Currently, the score is 5-0. Currently, the score is 5-0 with Timberland in the lead. In wrestling, you get equipment timeouts and you get blood timeouts, basically meaning if any part of your equipment fails to do its job or the coach feels like it needs to be fixed, he can call an equipment timeout and you get 2 minutes to fix it. You only get 2 minutes though, so if you call an equipment timeout in the first period and it lasts a minute, you call an equipment timeout in the second period and that lasts a minute, your 2 minutes are up. It is not reset over periods. Jacob's looking ready to go. Alex is wiping blood off of the other wrestler. Wrestling is a very intense sport. A lot of things can happen. Alex is now cleaning the mats. Due to the amount of infections that can happen due to the amounts of infection that can happen with wrestlers, they need to be very precautious. They need to make sure they get every single speck of blood that they possibly can. 10-1 decides to start on bottom to see if he can get escape points, but Jacob is not going to let him escape easily. Gets a boot in and takes him right down to the mat. Jacob is driving him over, trying to see if he can get something happen. Gets back points though, puts his hand in as he's trying to start up for a cradle. Allen escapes and gets his feet out wide and shoots back on Cunningham. Cunningham's not going to let that happen, but Allen is about to X out. He does successfully, flips Jacob over. Starting over again with Wyatt on bottom. I believe it was clasping, but I'm not 100% on that call. Currently still on top, trying to make something happen here. He has 1 minute left. Six to 2. Timberland is winning. Jacob needs 4 points to tie so that he can at least have somewhat of a similarity when starting third period. If he does not get pinned right here, Jacob gets the back leg and pinches it towards him, flips him over, sinks his knee in, tries to flip Allen all the way over to where he can get the cradle set and he can pin and get this match for Liberty 3-11 in team points. Jacob has 20 seconds for it to start, for it to end. 8, 7, 6, 3 seconds, 2, 1, nothing happened at the start of the third period. It is 4-6. Haynes is making the call. Haynes makes a call for the wrestlers to start neutral. Starting neutral, if they can start off quick. Wyatt Allen from Timberland is basically just pushing Jacob in the face, taunting him, trying to make him make a mistake out of anger. Jacob's slow to anger though, he is ready to go. Wyatt tries to throw him with the body, successfully does and gets on top. Wyatt tries to flip to where he can get both shoulders on the ground and a pin for his team, but Jacob flips back over, grabs a knee, or tries to, lets go of the knee with one hand to try to get rid of the chin. The hand around the chin. Jacob stands up and gets one knee. Still has one knee and flips over. If he can reach and grab the head, he's still not letting it happen. Jacob lets go of the knee, but Wyatt's going to keep one in. Near fall points being awarded to Allen from Timberland because of how close Jacob is to being pinned. Jacob bellies down and gets up. Circled around. Cunningham's trying to make something happen, but Wyatt basically grabs his head. Jacob's trying to flip over to be able to get Wyatt on his knees, but it's not going to be happening easily. Near fall points still being awarded to Wyatt. Trying, and that is a pin for Timberland. That is a very, very good match shown by both wrestlers.
Your winner, 132, Brennan Coleman.
Brennan Coleman getting his hand raised as a 132
versus Evan Watson
in the 132 match. Timberland does not have a 132 varsity wrestling for Brennan Coleman to wrestle. There's not going to be an exhibit match, I do not believe. We are starting Chance Howerton. One of Liberty's seniors graduating tonight. I believe one of the only seniors that's actually wrestling tonight, or at least in uniform. Chance is being very, very cautious. Chance is a very, very long person, which is amazing to his advantage, because when he has him in a headlock, Chance can easily reach and grab a leg. Timberland is currently in the air right now. Chance is trying to see if he can get something to happen with Timberland being in the air for an easy flip over and pin.
I can't imagine that.
Timberland's looking for the coach, trying to see what move to pull next. Chance just trying to remove the hand from the chin. Come on, Chance. Chance is still trying to work out what to do here. Head in the mat from Timberland. Chance is trying to flip all the way over. Timberland is trying to scoot out for an easy pin, but Chance is not going to let that happen. Chance is still belly down on the ground, trying to work something out with the feet. Timberland does indeed have a boot in. Chance is trying to go out of balance. There we go. Chance will be starting on bottom and Timberland on top. 30 seconds left in the period. 2 points given to Timberland. Chance needs to make something happen here. Going to escape or something. Chance tries a quick stand up, but does not. Timberland does not let it happen. Grabbing the arm and pushing it down.
He's already signed up for the NBA draft.
And that is the period. Coin flip. Opportunity is given to Timberland. Timberland wants to start down and get more points ahead of Chance. Chance needs to be able to stop him here. Timberland tries to circle out, but Chance is not letting it happen easily. Looking for a mat return, but Timberland's grabbing the left hands. Chance is still going, shooting. No escape points given to Timberland because of how close they were to Chance the entire time. Timberland is currently on top. Chance steps out, but Timberland doesn't let it happen. Try to roll over with Chance on top. Bottom, struggling, trying to get out. Timberland puts the head in the side. Chance is trying to roll over. He's very close to rolling over. Timberland works back to try to flip and get both shoulders on the ground like he currently has, and that is a tight chance.
Next up at 145, we have your winner, Kayla Condera. Please come to the mat and get your hand raised, Kayla. Your winner at 145, Mr. Kayla Condera.
145 for Liberty. We do not have a 145 varsity wrestler, so it's a hand raise for Timberland.
Jesse Moore and Rins from Timberland.
We have
versus Rins of Timberland.
Team points right now. It is 29 Timberland to 9 Liberty. Jesse Ward is a junior here at Liberty. The Leaf has wrestled all 3 years. Very, very strong male. Timberland starts off quick. It happens. Jesse's a very, very strong man, and he's very short, basically meaning if Timberland tries anything sneaky, like trying to sneak a hand behind or something, Jesse's easily going to be able to feel it and turn around and move. But Timberland goes for a snap down. Jesse's not going to get down that easy though. Timberland tries it again. Jesse is down on one knee. Now Jesse's trying to make something happen. Varsity wrestling is a lot more intense than JV or freshman just because of the amount of moves that are applicable for these wrestlers. There's out of bounds. They're starting neutral because Jesse flipped at the very, very last second. Starting again, Jesse gets a hand behind the head. It looks like he's going to try to go for a Prescott, but Timberland's throwing that hand off. Jesse needs to throw one of Timberland's hands off. He has both on his shoulder blades. Escape. Both are trying to make something happen out of this. Jesse is thrown on the ground, but spins and goes right back to it. And they're out of bounds, starting neutral. Jesse runs back, eager to win this for his team. Currently sprawling on top of Jesse, starting neutral out of that. And he's just trying to give him tips. Only fact about coach giving you tips is he's so far away and yelling it that the other wrestler can hear, and if needed can reverse on that. Timberland's trying to go back to the center. Jesse is trying to tie up. Gets an outside tie. Nope, goes to inside because his arm thrown. Jesse sprawls on top of Timberland as he shoots. Jesse's trying to make something happen as he's on top, but Timberland still has that knee. He's trying to T-top for Jesse. Tree-top for Jesse. Jesse's not letting it happen. Puts his foot down. He's getting flipped, and the match, the period is over. It was a very, very well-fought match. Liberty deferred the flip, so Timberland decided to start down to get more points. Jesse stays on top, not letting Timberland get escape points. Jesse grabs the knee and tries to flip up towards him, but Timberland turns and gets on top. Timberland tries to flip Jesse. Jesse lets it go easy. Jesse is now working on getting the hand off of his chin. Grabs one arm and throws it to the side. Headgear is completely off of Jesse right now. It makes it very, very hard to breathe and see. He has to make something happen, even with this disadvantage. Jesse flips with the face, with headgear on his face, trying to get his head in the side. Timberland did not let it happen though. Flips. Timberland still flipping and it's currently out of bounds. Jesse gets a chance to fix his headgear. Wrestling is a very, very tiring sport, and you can see fatigue more and more throughout these matches when we get to later periods. Jesse goes for a cross arm, doesn't let it happen. Almost hit a full Nelson, which was illegal. Timberland tried to flip, Jesse grabbed the leg and did not let it happen. Again, Jesse's avoiding every single attack that Timberland's making. Timberland X's out, goes behind. 33 seconds left in the second period. Jesse's still trying to let this happen. Does not know what to do. Timberland's trying to make Jesse run over to be able to pin, but Jesse is still on the ground, pulling his hand out to the side, not making it easy, not letting him win. If he does, making sure he has to fight for it. There's no easy wins given here at Liberty. Going to near fall points given as soon as the period runs out. Fatigue is shown more and more, but they're not showing it in with these two opponents. They're not showing fatigue to each other just to prove that they are still in this match and are still willing to do anything it takes to get points for the team. Current team points still 29-9. Timberland is winning.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an official timeout for blood. A perfect time to think about that Liberty High School concession stand and pick yourself up a nice box of popcorn and a soda to wash it down with, maybe a hot dog or a pretzel with some salt or no salt, your choice. Thank you.
And we are starting the third period. Wrestler started neutral. Jesse is ready to go automatically attacking. Timberland is attacking right back. Tries to flip Jesse over. But is very close to out of bounds. And Jesse just makes his feet go out just like that. He can restart and recoup. For him to be able to be in the right mindset to get escape points. Jesse shoots right away. Has one leg in his left hand. The right arm is not doing anything though. Takes down. Jesse is currently in front. Timberland's grabbing his neck. Quickly releases. Timberland's being flipped over. Jesse's working with this. Jesse gets a mat return and he's on the ground. Jesse needs to escape, but more bleeding coming from Jesse. Medical timeout. Medical/blood timeout. Looks like it's on the mat too. Current match scores 14-2, 152 pounds. Both of these wrestlers are doing an amazing job of keeping their cool whenever anything happens. fatigue is being shown by both of these wrestlers. This match has gone on for a very, very long time. Endurance is one thing that you absolutely need in this sport to be able to be successful. Because you never know, you'll win matches in 12 seconds or you may go all 3 periods. We're finally getting the match started again. Jesse with the nose plug, starting on bottom, turns real quick to try to get Timberland, but turned into him. Timberland had an easy grab right there. Jesse is bridging up with a shoulder not on the ground, trying to belly out, but Timberland's not letting him, trying to get a quick pin. Jesse's still bellying out, or at least attempting. Jesse's bridging his body to be able to just do a quick turnaround. Timberland is grabbing both of his arms, putting behind. There you go. Jesse escapes and grabs a knee. Attack. Attack for Liberty. Timberland has won.
And Pennies.
34-9.
160s, McCullough. And Pennies.
Now we have Evan McCullough wrestling. He is the older brother, Zane McCullough, who has wrestled earlier tonight.
Next up, the 168, we have McCullough versus Pennies.
They're both very, very well-built wrestlers. Both varsity. Evan has been a wrestler for 4 years now. Zane aspiring to be just like his brother. Evan is one of the seniors that graduated, or that is going to graduate, and that we appreciated earlier tonight. Now he's trying to go off on a win. Fake shot from Timberland. Again, both being very, very spacious and cautious for where they're standing. Trying, just the slightest move can turn a match. Evan is being thrown on the ground right now. Overextension from a shot caused that. Evan needs to get up. Evan's going for a quad pod, but Timberland is putting all of his weight on Evan's back. And let's go. 2-1 Liberty, or 2-1 Timberland. Liberty is going back in. Evan is trying to get out of the head grip. Evan shoots. And Timberland sprawls out of the way. And lets Evan go. Basically just getting points for team. Timberland shoots and drops Evan very, very quickly. But Evan is not on his back. He is fighting the belly down and does it successfully. Timberland trying to get Evan to step out, and does. Evan is going to be started on the ground. Timberland covers, and Evan gets knocked down right away, but sits out and grabs the leg. Perfectly performed. Now Evan has to make something happen with this leg. He has one arm around it and one boot in. Basically, if he gets squared up, period has ended. Coin flips, green. It's Liberty's decision. Liberty defers. Timberland's choice. Timberland starts on bottom. tries to get more points for his team. Timberland is basically going to try to drag this out, as it has seemed. Evan needs a pin for his team. Team points in total right now 34-9. Match points 6-2 Timberland. Timberland turns and flips Evan over very quick. Goes for a cradle, but Evan bellies down and doesn't let it happen. Timberland's focusing on Evan's right arm. Evan needs to get out of this. Still trying not to let Timberland beat him. Arm over him. Escape points for Evan. They're neutral right now. Shoots. Evan is currently on the ground. 2 takedown points for Red. 10-3 in the second period here with 1:18 left. And Evan escapes right away. Neutral, both have a headlock. Evan's shot went too far. Timberland threw him around. Now Timberland is on his back and lets him escape. It is 12-5 Timberland. Timberland is gathering more and more points. Going for the pin. Timberland has a boot in, has his arm. Shoulder's not on the ground yet though, says the ref, and now they are. That is a pin for Timberland. Next up, we have Shane Hefner versus one of the Timberland wrestlers whose name has not been announced yet.
Now we have Hefner versus Nedved. 170s. Hefner versus Nedved.
170s working their way up the weight ladder. Shane is on the ground right now. Timberland grabbing his left arm, trying to put it behind his back. Shane's still moving. Call on Timberland. 2-0 Timberland right now. Match points. Team points 40-9 Timberland. Shane is starting on the ground. Timberland covers, and we're off. 1:24 left here in the period. Just started. Anything can happen. Literally just need 40 seconds, not even. Shane is still trying to get that arm free so that he can quad pod or at least do something to escape. Starting the second period, Cole is on top, and we are back. Very, very sorry, ladies and gentlemen. My camera person just noticed that the microphone died, but we are back and running right now. Cole, there's no points on the scoreboard right now. It looks like it's a very, very even match. No one has been tackled or put down yet. It is a 180 match. 182 actually, because of the 2-pound weight extension. 46 to 19 points. 1-0 Timberland match points. That 1 is escape points, I can tell you that. Cole is walking up to the Timberland wrestler. Fighting with arms, trying to see if either wrestler can make something, just something happen. 20 seconds left in the second period. 1-0. Cole sprawled, flipped him over, tries to get a cradle going, but Timberland is circling out. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Cole is trying to make something happen while he's on the ground. 3, 2, 1, 0. That is second period. Let's go, and we're starting the third period. Liberty started on bottom. Liberty started on bottom, trying to get escape points. Timberland is Timberland is shooting very, very far over. Cole notices that he might be able to make something happen, but the sad part about him shooting so far over, Timberland has 2 boots in. Cole's on the ground right now, just feeling where Timberland's at. He might be able to make something happen after Timberland makes a false move. Just like that, Cole steps to the outside. If he can move his hands from the legs to the abnormal area, he might be able just to drag him down. Very, very close, very, very close. Tries to drive up. Not letting it happen though. Coaches are telling him what's happening. It is 1-0. It looks like it was a clasping call. Cole is still starting on bottom though. Cole is making it, trying to make something happen out of this. 1 boot in from Timberland. Cole, if he can quad pod and grab the hand, he might be able just to flip Timberland around enough. Cole, quad pod stand up. Timberland is currently in the air. Still currently in the air. Cole can do it again and maybe move his feet just to the right side. He might be able to make it happen. Timberland is trying to make something happen, but Cole is just not giving up anything easy. It is 1-0, 23 seconds left in the third period. Cole just needs an escape point to make this tied. If he doesn't, then Timberland wins another match. 13 seconds. Cole needs to make something big happen. 10 seconds. Cole's still on the ground with Timberland hovering over him. Is fatigue shown by both of the wrestlers. 3, 2, 1. That is the match.
Next up at 195, Fensterman. Please get your hand raised. You are the winner.
Next we have Oliver Fensterman. just getting his hand raised because Timberland's varsity does not have anyone to wrestle right now.
Bennis versus Gilliam from Timberland and Bennis from Liberty.
We now have Bennis from Liberty wrestling one of the Timberland 220. Bennis packed on a lot of weight this year. I accidentally hit the thing, so I want to make sure it was still good. Okay. Bennis has actually packed on a lot of muscle weight this year. Last year wrestling 160, this year 220. But Bennis is a very, very fierce creature. He has played football for a long time. He's just started wrestling freshman year last year. He's a sophomore this year. Moving his hand around, making something happen. Now the difficulty with these bigger matches is that as soon as a wrestler gets on top of you, it is very, very hard to get him off. You could see that with Cole's match earlier, Cole Wolf. Because it's picking up your own body weight and plus. Both tying up, both not letting one slip happen. Bennis tries a snap down, but Timberland is not affected. Gets one arm under, doesn't do anything. Bennis got ahead. Bennis has his head, pushes, tries something big, but doesn't work. Bennis has an arm and a head, trying to see if something is going to happen. If he just snaps down at the correct time. Bennis tried to grab a knee. Timberland backs off. Out of bounds, starting neutral. Both wrestlers are not showing any sign of fatigue during this. 27 seconds left in the first period. Coach Hayes is trying to yell snow shovel or fat man's drag, which are some bigger moves. If you hit them just right, it can actually cause a lot of pain to the wrestler. Fake snap down. Bennis tries to get his hand in, not letting anything happen to him, but still trying to have advantage 2-1 guys. Timberland gets the call, but defers. Liberty calls neutral. Bennis got his head low to the ground right there. Grabs the leg, shoots. If Bennis can make something happen on us, just like that, as I was saying earlier, once you make one move, it is very hard to get the other wrestler off of you. Timberland is setting up for a barbed wire, but Bennis stands up, almost gets escape points, grabs them, tries to grab one leg. Timberland sprawls, still having Bennis in the abdomen behind both of his arms. This is a very dangerous situation for Bennis. Bennis shoots, gets him off. They're going to start off neutral. Bennis is shooting, still shooting. And that is usually one of his strong suits. Timberland flips him over and tries to get on top. Bennis is not rolling over though, trying to still be in this match. 41 seconds left in the period. Bennis has both of his elbows down to where Bennis flips over, tries to drive, goes for another shot as he's on the ground. Timberland does not let that happen easily though. Bennis has a leg. If he can get that other arm free and grab the leg, he might be able to make some big moves happening. Bennis is on his feet, so is Bennis gets both of his legs, but does not. Pulled up way too soon. 5-0 match points. Here, Timberland's in the lead. Team points 49-15. Timberland. Timberland's on bottom. Liberty's on bottom. Bennis tries to escape, does not let it happen. Timberland's trying to run a half on Bennis. 2 seconds, 1 second left in the period. Liberty's call. Liberty defers. Timberland's call. They want to start neutral. Still trying to see what will happen here. Clock's not working. Have to get it down to the proper time. There we go. 5-0. Third period. Timberland in the lead. Bennis needs to make something happen. Bennis is trying to drag. Does not work. Bennis still has that inside tie onto the left arm. Bennis grabs a leg, tries to pull it towards him, but Timberland X's out off him. He has the arm. Timberland's not letting anything happen. Very, very hard to catch. Bennis can get his arm back and just shoot on him. Just like that. Bennis might be able to pin him right here. He needs to be able to grab an arm and push for it. Setting up for a half. Bennis tries to flip him over. He has 45 seconds to do it. Timberland bellies down though. Now Bennis needs to make some moves and do the top work. All Timberland has to do if he just avoids it. Might be able to win. 35 seconds. Timberland has 7. Liberty has 2. Bennis is trying to run a half. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Bennis has 10 seconds to pin. Head in the side, tries to make something happen, does not. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just runs out of time. Timberland is saved by the bell. Bennis had an amazing reversal there. 2-7, final match points.
Next up, we have 285.
Timberland has a 285 wrestler. Liberty does not. Basically, Timberland is getting his hand raised. 58-15. Timberland wins the meet. Thank you all so much for watching the live stream here tonight, and have a great day.